Days I've really wanted to push to get to Ballina, a heat wave has fallen on this exact area. So I'm trying to get as much in before it gets too hot. I left Grafton this morning, which is supposed to get to 35 today. If I can get to Tynedale, apparently it's only getting to 32. So that's where I'm gunning it for. First sugarcane plantation. Reason back, you're a cow. Need some milk or else go home. Do you, Mr. Jones? I'm just cautiously walking on the left side of the road because there's shade, because the risk of heat exhaustion is real. It's the hottest it's been on this entire walk since I left Bateman's Bay in January. Today is just a mega heat wave, and tomorrow. Oh, so I've waited till about 4 p.m. before continuing again. Still damn hot. But about 3 hours of walking. By 7 I get to this little place called Maclean. And there's a vegetarian restaurant there, which I'll at least get something cold to drink at. But I'm thinking I might be smashing out a lot of this mileage at night time and then sleeping in the early hours of the morning, and then maybe napping in the afternoon if I can. I find it impossible to nap in the hot afternoons though, but I will have to find shade somewhere and chill out. So just got to get to Ballina. It's less than 100 k's away now, but there happens to be this very unseasonal heat wave. Yeah, lots of water, some Powerade at the service station, making sure I'm eating enough, not going to run low on sugar or anything like that. I'm obviously not a professional, I'm not a doctor, but I'm just giving my body what I think it needs to be able to withstand the heat stress, I guess. Because it's not like this is an ultra marathon with aid stations and medical tents, and you know, there's no DNFing, no backing out. If I end up sick, I have to take myself to hospital or call an ambulance. That'd be extremely embarrassing. I'm determined not to do that. So yeah, just being cautious, taking care of myself. Beautiful afternoon out here. The weather is supposed to hold up with extreme heat till I get to Ballina. I'd certainly welcome some rain clouds, but I am done with the thunder and lightning shows while I'm out on the side of a road. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. It's actually quite nice. I'm walking alongside the Clarence River and there's a breeze that's just kind of coming off it, and just, it's like air conditioning. So this was a good choice of route. I was really worried that maybe I'd left the service station too early before and walked into this heat that was just going to knock me around too much, but it's cooled down. It's actually really pleasant walking this afternoon, and I'm going to get some serious kilometers in. I just saw a sign saying Ballina is 97 kilometers away, which I got to get there by Saturday night. It's doable. It's looking really doable. Just pray the weather holds up and I'm really enjoying this walk. It's been gorgeous. Having the headphones in early, it's the first time I've used headphones while walking. Obviously I was walking on the other side of the road so I could see all the traffic. You know, just listening to Bob Dylan, Robert Johnson, The Doors, even a Rich Roll podcast where he interviews the Australian Ned Brockman, who holds the Guinness Book of World Records for running from Perth to Bondi. And it just, yeah, the hours just flew by. So yeah, I've never done that before. Never worn headphones while walking or running. It really is like a performance enhancing drug. That 30 kilometers just went like that. So that's a drug I don't want to abuse. I'm going to save it for these long stretches where I'm just trying to get through like really hot weather or something like that. Well, I've kind of walked myself into a logistical problem. I booked the motel room, I moved it back because of the heat wave, but I still don't see how I'm going to get there. Tomorrow it's going to get to 37 or 38 degrees. And this is the last section before Brisbane where there's just nothing. From here on, past this town, Maclean and Harwood, I don't think there's water for about 50 kilometers. Now in normal weather, 50 kilometers for me is about 10 hours of walking. But in 38 degree heat, I mean, best case scenario, I can see myself getting so heat stricken I have to flag over a car and hitchhike. And if no one stops for me, I'd have to call an ambulance. Because it's just not possible to walk for me. Like, I don't see how it's possible in 38 degree heat along the freeway. Unless I walk tonight, keep walking, get to the Bundjalung rest area, which is 25 k's away. So I get there about midnight and then sleep for 4 hours, get up really early and keep walking another 25 k's to a place called New Italy where there is water. I think that's the next water stop. It's also, this is the only way to get through, the only way with bridges over all these rivers. I've been looking, there's no other way unless I walk even further. So it's, yeah, this is a really tough call. The decision is, do I get the bus? You know, skip 80 k's. There's an $18 bus to Ballina. I could get that, but then I get to Brisbane, it's like I didn't walk the whole way. But I also couldn't predict this extreme heat wave. The other choice is I just forfeit the motel room. I've already moved it back once. I could see if I could move it back again and then just wait out this heat wave. I really don't want to do that. I'm tempted to just get the bus. You know, it's just a small thing, just getting a bus, costs $18, get to Ballina, then just hang out in Ballina. Am I going to stay in a horse stable? I don't know. There are no camping signs everywhere. No camping, no camping, no camping. So I've had to forfeit my motel room in Ballina. I've tried to call the pub a bunch of times to see if I can push the date back again. Maybe they'll let me, maybe they won't. But in any case, if I do lose that room, it's $95 that, you know, at the end of this walk, I want to look back and go, I walked the whole thing. I walked the whole thing except for that 80-kilometer section where I got the bus. Because I was thinking about getting the bus. I wonder how patrolled this area is. You know, it just seems like such an amazing no man's land. What's that, a high school or something? It feels like I could really set up camp around here and be left alone. But that feeling is very misleading sometimes. It's deceptive. I love this town, it's gorgeous. It's called Maclean, and it's the twin town of Harwood, which is on the other side of the Clarence River. And I'm just gonna have to hang out here a day or two, maybe more, waiting for the temperature to drop before I do the final push. As I say, walking in 38-degree weather could be possible if you knew there were shops everywhere, or you only had to go 5k's, walk for an hour to the next place where you could rehydrate. But not if you're trying to carry everything for 50 kilometers, which anyway, I'm justifying it because the other option was just to get the bus. This is a better option. It involves patience and sacrifice. And now we want to stay somewhere. I'm gonna find a nook somewhere around here in my room with a view. Once again, it's like, really want to set up the hammock because it's so much more comfortable than sleeping on the ground. But whenever I'm in these places, and I've done that, someone has immediately turned up. I'm considering the roof. This is the local high school. I wonder what time the groundskeepers start. There's obviously construction going on, so probably be an early start. I guess that's the thing about stealth camping, sleeping rough, being homeless. It doesn't really matter where you are, you're going to have to get up and get going pretty early. I feel like these trees down at the end of the oval are just perfect. There may be people staying late at the high school, so I should be a bit careful. Well, somewhere around here is going to do just fine. I don't think anyone will be here till the morning. Got my Bushman's bug spray to spray down the hammock, keep the mosquitoes off. And there's the river right down there. Don't think it's going to rain. It's not supposed to, whatever that means. Put the rain tarp on anyway, just for a bit of privacy. And yeah, should be a good night. Well, this seems like a pretty good spot.
Woke up this morning, dragged myself off the floor, drank a cup of coffee, and I ran right out the door. Sunlight on the water, sunlight on the bay, sunlight in my consciousness.
I think this is the most exciting sign I've seen on this whole trip.